This is weird advice to give Samson. That's literally already what he does.
True. So Samson should understand what he's saying.
I mean, I kinda get what you're saying, but I don't.
How so?
I mean, well, you're telling me to, yeah, well, it's good to rely on what I'm good at, that I should try work on what I'm not good at. Right?
Yes.
And I mean, I'm pretty good with this, and he's gonna like pull out his gun. And I'm pretty good at this, and he's gonna pull out his short sword. But I mean, I know I'm not very good at this, and he's gonna tap his head. That's why I'm trying to work on it. I mean, I know I don't know a lot. So I don't know why. I don't think getting into fights is really what I'm looking for, do you?
Well, to put it bluntly, I predict that this is going to spiral all out of control. It is going to be a massive, bloody, terrible, miserable war. And the only good solution is to end it as quickly and effectively as possible. It is a battle of attrition. And if you don't end the battle of attrition as quickly as possible, every single one of you, every single person you get to fight alongside you, is going to die. So, put simply, yes, you are doing the right things. You have to focus on covering your weaknesses, but you aren't going to get the option to not fight. You're either going to be able to avoid it or be forced into it. You may even get lucky and be able to start a fight. But you are going up against the gods. And take it from somebody who has a lot of experience. Every single second, every breath you take, every moment you try and sleep, everything you do is going to be a moment that you could lose your life. And that, as he rises to his feet and starts to tower over you, is exactly every single second of every single day that I live. You have to live in my shoes. That's the only way to kill them. It's the only way to beat them. Is that how you think? Are you worried every single second that someone is going to appear out of nowhere and attempt to cave your head in?
No.
And while you might be expecting some hardcore, angry spiel, instead, his hands just raise up and just gently lay on your shoulders. Then, you need to train. Body, mind, and soul. Because a second of hesitation will see you turned into a fine red mist. These are individuals that can turn a head into a mist. You understand that, don't you?
Samson's gonna like look into the desert, specifically like to the direction they came from when they first got here. I do.
So then is what I'm telling you starting to make more sense?
It is.
and his hands are kind of gonna gently and slowly fall off your shoulders. Now, as he'll look to both you and Nim, that all being said, I can't blame you if you want just one more day of freedom. After all, if it's what you want, it's what you should claw for. But starting tomorrow, regardless of anything else, and I mean regardless of any changes or anything else, you both have to be in the mindset of survival. Who do the speak? I heard Discord do noise.
Yeah, I'm debating on whether or not saying what's the mindset for survival.
That would be a
Do
very
it.
Nims thing to say.
Do it!
What's the mindset for survival?
And instead of getting mad, Samson, roll me perception at advantage.
Gasparoonies.
Good enough. Was that at advantage? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just not used to the non-doubles. There's no way to change that in the settings, right?
We've already established the answer is no.
I cry every time. But yeah, good enough. You'll see as he's looking at Nim, a smile starts to creep across his face. Not one of his icky, toothy, angry smiles, just a gentle, like, smirk. And then he'll look back at you. And oddly enough, Zanzibar kind of just looks a little bit human. See what I mean? And he gestures to Nim.
Am I being insulted?
Not really. It's more him saying, like, everybody's got something they gotta learn, even if it seems silly or unimportant. For Nim, it's learning what a feeling of survival, or whatever the words were.
Self-preservation.
Thank you. I have been up since 7 in the morning, and my brain is fried.
So bye.
My condolences.
Nah, it's fine.
It's not. My condolences, Shay. Do you need a hug?
No, no thanks.
Wow.
Don't do hugs, my guy.
Wow.
Hope you sleep better tonight, though.
I slept fine. I just had to be
Hope
up.
you sleep later tonight.
Yeah, I don't have a 9 o'clock meeting, so I don't have to be up at 7 to make sure that I can get prepared.
Hmm.
I forgot to ask Samson a super important question. And I feel like the time has passed.
What was the super important question?
Is Samson's roommate hot?
Well, you said it, and the time does seem to have passed. Perhaps the next moment.
You think I'm gonna wait for an appropriate moment? I'm just gonna blurt it out the second this conversation's done.
Was Samson gonna say something? Because I heard you make him go,
Nah, he's just absorbing what was being said.
He's sponging all the information up.
Anyone have anything else to say?
Is that you or Nim?
Me.
So Zanzibar is gonna just look at Samson for a few seconds. And he'll start to walk past him and just pat him on the shoulder. Don't worry, you're doing fine. But you still have a long way to go.
Because he's a growing boy.
He's a growing boy. He's got to practice. Do a little target practice, you see? Do a little target practice. Oh, it'll never not be funny.
Also, Nim did say that Samson's a growing boy.
Oh.
Samson's just gonna plop down into the sand and start looking up at the sky like Zanzibar did.
Hey, Samson. Samson?
He does not seem to be paying attention.
I cast Mage Hand and poke him in the ribs. Gently.
I jab him in the ribs, but softly.
Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to hurt. It's just like a gentle...
I know. It just put a funny thought in my head. I'm not mocking you. It's fine.
Mock.
I cast vicious mockery at Shay! It's ineffective. She doesn't get it.
Does Samson reply to the rib poking?
No, he doesn't really seem to be paying much attention.
Attention in. Well, Zanzibar will walk past both of you.
But he already did.
Yeah, he was, but I'm refocusing on him for a second. Because I do have like one skit planned. Yeah, so he'll open up to the door to the tower and we'll get a music change. And he'll close the door behind him. And he'll look in the dark of the stairwell, up the stairs. You know, because the staircase spirals counterclockwise. And then he'll turn to his left at the flat wall to the left of the door. It's about time, isn't it? And he'll walk over to the wall and he'll touch his hand to it. And a little bit of dust will fall from in between the bricks as they begin to slide inward towards the center of the tower, revealing an entire another chamber going around the inner circumference. As Nim and Samson sit outside the tower, he'll walk along this inner sanctum until his footpath draws a hemicircle around the entire tower, to which he'll look towards the center, slip his fingers into several holes in the brick, and literally move and separate two entire like stone walls as they slide around the inside of the tower, a huge massive brick contraption, revealing yet another hallway that leads to the set of double wooden doors. Coming up on these, he opens them to a circular chamber perfectly within the center of the tower, and the only thing that sits inside it is an old, gnarled wooden staff. About 6 feet in length, sitting perfectly in the middle of the room. I could use my hands. I could use spells. I could use anything. As he walks slowly towards it, there is only one weapon I have ever felt befitting should be used to purge this pantheon. And it was the very weapon, the very item you held in your hands. It is as I said. It is time to right these wrongs. It is time to make them pay. And he goes to reach out for the staff, hesitating for but a moment, as the wood and the bark, as he draws closer, begins to turn a warm red. He hesitates for a moment, a look of pain writhing over his face for but a fraction of a second as he reaches out and grabs it, and as his hand connects, the entire staff begins to crackle and burn with unimaginable flame, scorching and writhing his arm, causing the flesh to turn into cinder and soot as he grips it and grimaces. There is only one thing left of you. And it is for their foolishness that you chose to pay a price. You left me with this, and with it, I will fix these mistakes. The staff begins to quell, returning to its simple, humble wooden appearance, as the inky black begins to seep from his wounds and heal his arm. The sound of the stick as he touches it to the ground makes a simple tink to reverberate off the walls. And there stands Zanzibar amidst the pitch black, only the faintest light twinkling off the even walls and floors. So the gauntlet is cast. To war I go. And with that, we will return to... That's the right song, right? Nim and Samson, outside, completely unaware of what's going on.
That's the norm.
That's a way to put it.
Well, Samson doesn't see, and Nim's not usually paying attention. Kyal's the one that does that.
Kyal, roll perception!
Do you sense something wrong with your group of idiots?
I can't.
Well, I can't.
Only perceive baby.
Roll for perception. How much Kuno is happening while these two are sitting doing sand?
We already saw how much Kuno.
Yeah, but we never got any rolls for it.
Because there is no DC for baby.
Dang. So no dice
Baby
roll?
is the least difficult checks.
I guess no dice roll then. Unless you want to roll the dice.
Yeah, why would Jade want to roll dice?
I don't know. It was
Because
such a
Foundry
silly
dice don't like Jade. Foundry Dice.
Maybe Foundry Dice would like Jade, if Foundry Dice was allowed to get to know Jade.
Oh, that's a problem for later.
I need to get some sleep.
Feeling tired?
What time would it
I've
be
been
about?
feeling tired all day.
That's because you didn't sleep properly.
And I know.
Oh my god, it's still that day.
Yeah.
Like, I realize it, but I forgot just how much happened in this one day. What time is it about now?
Bedtime.
Bedtime? It can't be bedtime though. It's still light out.
You know what?
What?
I think that'll be what we do.
What?
Samson's going to get up.
Mr.
And
Golem is still holding the sand cake, by the way.
walk over to Nim. Who's right there, but just... He wants us to train? I got an idea.
What's your idea?
Tomorrow, I want you hit me with everything you've got.
Oh!
So Nim's gonna take a second and look at you. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
You know, there are spells I have that you've never seen me cast.
Well, gotta learn what to do in case someone else uses them, don't I? I'll be honest, I was thinking about what he said, and then I realized I can typically take just about anyone I've ever fought in a fight. I've fought Zorns, I've fought golems, I've fought giant lizards, and I've fought people. But I don't know how to fight against magic.
I fought against people, but I've never fought against you. Clearly not a person.
Yeah, you fucking changeling!
Yeah,
Goddamn
person
shit.
in.
He already did say people, like, it's so weird to think that people just change and take on different voices and become a new person to Nim's face, so he clearly doesn't like her.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that!
Why do you think I said excuse me?
Oh no,
You just insulted my entire race, actually!
Sham. I don't do well when I'm up past 12 hours. You're gonna have to forgive me.
Alright, so I'll give you the spark notes. Samson in multiple sentences insulted my entire race, and then me personally, and, like, well, not me, but Nim personally, like, 2 or 3 times, and then had to backtrack.
Damn. Samson's becoming a bigot.
No.
I like the pause.
No.
Can't become something you already were.
Samson's not a bigot.
But clearly he is. He
No.
hates Nim.
No.
Hate Nim here, bigot.
He's a Nimgit.
Nimgit. You hated Nim before any of us.
No, I don't hate Nim. I just dislike certain aspects of her.
Why the hell would I be talking about you, Shay?
And why
I was
the hell
talking
would
about
you,
Yala.
and why the hell would you
Who
like
off record at the beginning of all of this. had the worst relationship with Nim out of anyone.
Man, smooth
Actually,
skins
no.
are one thing, but fucking skin shifters. Ugh. Ugh. Also, why would you hate anything about Nim? You made her.
No, I didn't say hate. I said dislike. I wish she had more of a spine. But it's so funny when she doesn't have a spine.
That's
True.
your decision.
I'm aware. That's why I said it's so funny when Nim doesn't have a spine.
Fair
It
enough.
doesn't mean I can't dislike it. There are downsides. Nim doesn't ever say what she wants. Like right now, I'm trying to think of how she's gonna convince Samson to not die.
True. I mean, after all, Jade dislikes just about every decision Yala makes.
And every decision Samson makes.
That is also true.
Samson never falls squipped.
Samson follows his own script.
Just stop.
Speaking of, how you doing, Jade?
What do you mean?
How you doing?
I feel
Awesome.
after this, we could probably go to the next day for either scenario.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anything you guys want to do, or are you just gonna?
I don't think Nim knows how to react to Nim. I want you to blast me with every spell in your arsenal.
But you could die. I can't hold back on the magic of some of these. That's not how it works. You can go for a non-fatal target. Some of these just hit everything.
Nim, you have a good point. But I want you to think of something else. If you're ever up against someone who can bypass everything you throw at them, then you would end up being the one who dies.
I almost said, and what's your point? But I need a bigger argument.
I kind of wish Nim would say that. Just low-key,
No, it's-
Nim not really caring if she lives or dies would be such a weird, thing to contend with. Just realizing she has no self-worth.
You haven't realized that by now.
Well, to be fair, she hasn't really given a large indication that she doesn't have a self-worth.
We'll fix that, but not today.
Oh man, if you had said that.
What's the matter if I let... What does it matter? I can't do a Nim voice. What does it matter
Agree
if
with
I
you.
live or die?
If Nim uses all of her spells, Nim's never hit anything with her actual weapon.
That's literally the point Samson's making.
I'm aware, so there's not much of a point. You just die. End of story.
If Zanzibar's warning was anything to go by, we're looking at a war against people more physically capable than me and more magically capable than you. And if we can't even handle what the other one can do, then we don't have a shot in hell getting to them.
After all, you do want to kill soon, don't you?
I'm trying to think of a good argument, and I can't.
I get that you're worried for me. I know, like you said, you're going through a lot of this to learn how to control your powers. But I'm going to need your help.
By blasting you repeatedly?
Well, would you rather me get blindsided by it when someone else does it to me?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I kinda have a weird collection of spells. I think most other spellcasters are a bit more focused in their craft.
Oh. This'll give me a good idea. I'm not a magic person. You've heard it yourself multiple times. I barely have it in me to cast a single spell. I can't go into this blind. And you're really the best shot I have. Please, won't you help me out?
But does it actually have to be hitting you with these? I can't just break down the magic and explain it?
Look at who you're dealing with.
You like to pretend as though you're dumb as a bag of bricks, but you're not.
Dang, that was a cowboy analogy if I've ever heard one.
Oh, look at you talking like a Varetian.
Parisian, say that? Maybe I
Yeah?
picked it up from my aunt.
Your aunt's a Varetian?
Well, she lives there all the time. But she visits sometimes.
Ah, yes, a Varetian oligarch.
I wonder if I've ever met her before. Well, she's related to you. She's probably some rich. She's probably
Go on,
nice.
Samson! Go on. Say
She's
it.
probably nice.
She probably.
Yeah, she's super nice. For my 16th birthday, she got me a tiara.
Aww.
It's my favorite.
Aw.
Father sold
Simpson
it.
has given her a gift for her 17th birthday.
Samson, that was just a ribbon. A ribbon's a ribbon, but a tiara, it could be anything. It could even be a ribbon.
From her aunt. She means from her aunt.
Don't apologize. Let Samson be offended. He's offended you.
Nim doesn't apologize ever.
We
That-
know.
That's not true. You literally did on Lele. It was
Once,
a shitty
and
one.
it was terrible, and that's the only time Nim's gonna do it.
Terrible does
Listen,
not mean never
yeah.
happened.
That was the start of Samson's miracle making, wasn't it? Giving Nim to apologize.
Yalla got Nim to apologize.
Shut the fuck up. Who'd you apologize to? Me!
Some
I did it!
ungrateful bastard.
I'm the law!
And then Nim will hold up Snowdrop, and Snowdrop loves the gift you gave me.
Aww. And Samson's gonna pet Snowdrop.
Snowdrop is soft. Has sand. Ate sand. Is sand. Is sand. And Mr. Golem is still standing there with the sand cake in his hands.
You can eat it.
Listen, I don't really know what you can do. You have a better concept of that than I do. But, please, think on it.
Okay, but you also think on it.
My mind's made up.
Shouldn't be.
And besides, it's, as he said, if we're gonna be a duo, we really gotta look out for each other.
I legitimately almost said, because you always miss things, but now's not the time. We already look out for each other.
That's true.
Now let's get you to bed. You're talking nonsense. Gotta use them fancy words in the morning.
I'm sure I'll get to bed.
I just realized
Yeah,
it's like Mr. Golem put you in bed.
Now those cupcakes pretty good, but I don't know about you. I'm in the mood for an actual meal.
Yeah, that's probably a solid idea.
The cupcakes.
Let's see if Zanzibar's doing anything. And then
Okay.
him and Samson will go off to bother Zanzibar.
I feel like we can time skip at this point if there's nothing.
Yeah, as you approach the door, Zanzibar will then come out, holding his new old staff. New to you. He's known about it.
Cool looking staff. Is that another item of Zanzibar?
Nope.
Is it an item of sand?
Nope.
Is it an item of Zanzibar?
It's Salatus's. And
Dang,
we'll
I
go
really
to
want to play this name game.
Katma, next day. Jade, you ready for baby time?
Babino cappuccino.
Here.
Coffee.
No. Coffee?
Coffee. I'm assuming, well, just because Hyala's sleeping with Kuno in there, I'm assuming her mother didn't decide to just sleep somewhere else.
Well, yeah,
Regeneration.
that would be weird.
Yeah,
Why would she not sleep on her own bed?
that is true. Baby music for the baby. Night or day?
I assume night's over.
So, morning of next day?
Yeah, workout time of next day.
So
You
wake
lift a
up,
baby, that's how you get that strength.
So you wake up for the first time in a long time. You're back home with baby in your arms. I, as the DM, am unaware if Hyala's ever been able to sleep with Kuno in her arms before. As is my understanding, very shortly after you gave birth to Kuno, you know, she got ferried away from the academy. So I don't know if this moment is new to you.
What?
Hyala visited home.
Kuno was turning a year old when Hyala had to leave.
Well, I didn't.
She was going back and forth the whole time.
Oh,
It
okay.
was just like constant running between school and home.
See, and this is why I clarify the things I don't know. Because I didn't know. I have learned something. But yeah, no, you wake up and baby is sound asleep in a little ball in your arms.
Yay.
Oh, fluffy baby in your arms. Baby. Oh, and mom is also asleep.
Ooh.
Steal her wallet.
But mom is not as important as baby. Baby.
Bubbles.
Baba.
She, is gonna move baby over to Jadia and then, work out.
Takes the sleepy bean. Grandma.
I low-key wonder if Hyala's mom wakes up and judges her workout routine.
What are you lifting in here?
Is there anything lift-worthy?
Maybe one of the tree. Maybe one of the wood stools that is just literally a hunk of wood.
Boris's stone stool.
It
Oh wait,
wasn't
it's not
stone.
stone.
It was wood.
She just picks up some stools, I guess, if they're heavy enough.
And you make it the workout.
Woo!
You have to do the dice roll, don't you?
Yes. Dices. Sorry, I have to do some things real quick.
Doing things. Wow.
Boop.
Clickies! We came to a new map and Jade didn't play with the door. What's happening to the world? I also just realized Jade's player color is the same color as Yella's the house's floor.
Woo.
Woo! It's 100% planned. That's not coincidence. What are you talking about? I'm such a good DM that I can match the color of the ice to my player character. Absolutely, 100%. I'm not bullshitting. You are. See? Foundry likes you. You rolled a 20.
Woo.
How many more of those rolls can you do?
Does it matter?
I don't know. Does it? It's been a while since I refreshed myself on the mechanics of you lifting weights. I'll be honest.
I mean, I just assumed I just needed an 18 or higher each day. But if I don't know what happens if I get more than one.
Yeah, I think you gotta do 18 or higher each day. That seems to be right. I just remember one time you rolled a bunch of them, and I don't remember why.
We were trying to see if the 20 lit up when you get an nat 20. It does.
Podgers. So Hyala lift weight. What Hyala do now?
Put weight down and go outside.
What time would you get up about?
Probably the usual, like 6.
Okay, good. Timekeeper, it is 6 o'clock the next day. Remember to minus an hour for Katma. I.e., it'd be 7 where you were in Zanzibar. Timekeeper?
Is dead.
I think Timekeeper's dead. I will make a note to notify Timekeeper. So yeah, Hyala goes out into village. Oh wait, baby not in the scene. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye! Oh. You guys aren't in the scene either. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye!
We've been banished. Before we even got there.
Where is Boris staying? Does he have like a guest igloo?
You know, you bring up an excellent point, and I kind of wish I didn't get rid of the Boris token.
Boris just sleeps outside. I'm used to the cold.
Genuinely, yeah. When you come outside, you just see Boris. You just see, like, a mound of what you think is first snow, and then you realize that there's clothing garments, like, coming out of it. And that's when you notice Boris's head, as he's just...
Someone dressed to this mound of snow. That's weird. That's a weird thing for someone to do.
Yeah, Boris
Especially
is just
here.
lying outside, snoring.
Can you dig through his bag and find the messenger stone thing? She's not gonna take it, I just want to have her look at it.
Oh, I legit thought you were gonna be like, check out this devious lick.
We'll say his bag is close by. Yeah, sure. But, gotta roll me a stealth.
Steal.
And beat me...
Catches you, you can just be like, I was cleaning off the snow.
Beat me a 12. We won't make it that hard. Ooh. I'm glad I didn't... glad I didn't say 14. So yeah, you don't make too much noise. You're lucky enough to be quiet enough to get into the bag. You see a bunch of stuff. The food's been taken out though. It's been put in preserved wherever that goes. I'll let you decide if the igloo for food preservation is on map or not. But the bag is a little easier to rifle through. You know, you see some bits and bobs stuff, and you find the transmission device sitting there. What do? What do? Hello? Hello? Shay? Oh no. What is going on? Your voice is not connected. Technical difficulties, everybody. Oh, I hear Jade's background.
Not everybody. Definitely not everybody.
Was it just me?
Definitely one buddy. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I looked at Discord and the voice connected thing was just in the red, just tanked. Anyway, what do?
She's trying to figure out how the thing works.
Ed, what would you say? Investigation?
He not here.
He's still not here. That weird. He left without saying anything. A bad boy.
Much tragic.
Well, then I guess I'm on my own. I don't have my rebel but helpful to assist me.
I mean, I assume it's magic?
Yeah.
Because
More
that would be
specifically
Arcana. But,
Yeah, more specifically, it's artifice, so...
but I mean...
Works on magic, but is device.
I guess I have the same thing to it anyway, so it doesn't matter which one I roll.
Well, then, if it doesn't matter which one you roll, I'll let you decide whether you want to look at the mechanical aspects of it or the arcane aspects of it.
Both.
Then I guess roll both.
Yeah, look at you.
Well, you can see where it unfurls. You can see a tiny crystal that you remember is where the minor illusion for the symbol was from. You can see little tiny things that look like speakers, though I don't think Kiala has ever seen a mechanical speaker before. But, you know. Is there anything specific you want answered with that? To help guide me so I'm not just listing off potentially a numerous amounts of random useless information.
I mean, she's just curious if it can be used to her advantage in some way. Whether
also,
that's
I'm
like...
so not smart because I forgot to activate the actual thing.
Ooh,
That would explain why Yala wasn't moving.
on her way to steal your stuff.
Steal stuff. Smash!
Shut up, Boris. People are trying to sleep.
I just love how I did Boris's eyebrows. I always imagine him being able to do the eyebrow caterpillar. But, yeah, what specifically? You got any specific questions I can decide whether or not I can or cannot answer with that number? What you
I mean, she was just gonna, like, check to see if it's a strictly one-way thing. Is it, can it be hacked and she can listen in on someone?
As far as you can tell, it doesn't really seem like it would be a communicator type thing. Again, you are not really the most knowledgeable person of this stuff, because it's one, magic, and two, pretty advanced.
Well, once she's done that, She'll stick it back in Boris's bag.
Stick it right in there.
And pat him on the head a couple times, and then get all her bows and stuff. She's gonna go for a hunt.
Gotta get breakfast. Also, Shell has anger in her soul.
Fresh brekkie.
The best kind.
Also, Kuna's not in the scene. I could change the music to Katma in general. Shall I go out to hunt fresh brekkie?
Woo!
Woo! Shella goes out. What you trying to hunt? Big, small, medium?
It is fall at this point.
That's a timekeeper question.
I thought we were
What
still
now?
in like August.
It, what season, I guess, is what Jade wants to know.
We're around that cusp between summer and fall.
Because if there's big stuff around, that sounds like more fun. So she was gonna go look for big stuff.
True, but big stuff means you will probably have to fight it, and if you probably have to fight it, I have not worked on the caught me in endemic life yet, because I was not expecting this. I have a picture of a tabuxa, and you can't fight that alone.
Yeah.
Even without stats, I know it's not something easy to take.
No. You see, you can't get stronger if you run away from everything else you do.
There's a random high dress. It's a random high dress.
Listen, fight the big monster.
Oak's word ring through your head.
This is not the time or the place to be fooling around right now.
Ice Zorn, Ice Zorn, Ice Zorn.
Yeah, just speak Terran to it, forehead.
Random water bug appears.
An ice
Walking
bug.
over the thing.